All right. Oh, man. Why am I blanking on the command? It's not a poll. It's a prediction. Set it for... we'll do 20 minutes. We'll let it run for a little bit longer than normal. That might be a mistake, but that's fine. Spain is blue 4, British is op 4. Alright, perfect. Let me check the music real quick, make sure everything is good to go here. That appears to be the case. Alright. How are you all doing? Wee Woo here. I love the little sponge car thing right there. But otherwise, we're going to be covering OFCRA today. It's been a little bit of a break because I've been worried about some other stuff and, you know, dealing with other things accordingly. But we are back covering OFCRA. Got my highlights ready to go. Little intoxicated. I'll go over that in a second. But we got plenty of rules down. Spanish starting up here, British all the way down here. It looks like this is going to be Spanish on offense, British on defense. So blue 4 attacking, op 4 defending. And we've got quite the spread of forces here. So if you want to follow along, feel free to go into your mission command. And I have a link to the OFCRA mission. This mission is called The Rock and a Hard Place. And I love the advertisement picture because it has Dwayne on it. But... oh, well. Let me go ahead and list out everything here. Spanish M113, M2 can only be taken out of the spawn by their assigned squads with at least one crew slot each. British static M2s can only be taken out of spawn by their assigned squad. So basically one M2 per British squad, one M113 M2 per Spanish squad, but they have to have a crewman to drive it. Each side has 2 Mark 6 mortars with artillery computer disabled, and they can only be used by the command squad. Each mortar has 48 rounds of HE and 32 smoke, so there's going to be mortar rounds on both sides. Awesome. British cannot target Spanish forward operating base with mortars unless artillery markers appear there. There is a passive artillery radar on both sides with the last 10 artillery rounds fired marked on the map. So basically, that's for counter battery. Artillery radar is accurate by a few hundred meters. Oh, that's a big-ass spread. All vehicles are stealable. Nice. 1 soldier spawning at the British garrison can break Rambo as long as they are driving trucks to ferry squads and are not fighting. Okay, because they usually have Rambo rules. And then extra magazines and vehicles and ammo crates in Gibraltar and the siege tunnels. Interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over the objectives. The objectives are common for both sides, so I'm going to tab in here to point them out here. We have hold the Gibraltar. Gibraltar. So where's the Gibraltar? There it is. So basically the center point right here, this is worth 5 points. Hold the siege tunnels at the 60-minute mark, and then hold the border at the 30-minute mark. So basically, at the 30-minute mark, whoever controls this zone will gain 2 points. Whoever controls this position at the 60-minute mark gets 3 points, and then whoever controls this town by the end of the game gains 5 points. There's no unique objectives for either side. This is just simply what we get. I like it. I don't know why, but the music just feels a touch too loud for me. 1 second. Gonna lower that slightly. Awesome. How do you make a bet? You should be able to just through the interface on Twitch, but otherwise we'll see who goes on what. I'm going to be honest, I would wait to bet right now. Let's see what both sides have in terms of players and gear. But I always make the bets open early because we have a lot of players that are actually, you know, playing on this round right now that want to come in and go, hey, I want to put a bet on myself, or hey, I want to bet against myself. So I always have the betting open a little early just so they can jump into the stream, because right now they're allowed to until we actually start the mission, and then they're not allowed for stream sniping rules. So it's just to give them that courtesy. But otherwise, hope you're all doing A-okay. I'm a little intoxicated right now because Bloodway and I were roughhousing, and she does this trick where she rolls across the bed when I'm trying to grab her, and I pounced her, but she smacked her head up, and it got my lip between one of my teeth, and it busted my lip open. So I treated it with salt and then a little bit of whiskey. And I'm a little intoxicated from the whiskey, but yeah, so I'm just living with that right now. It hurt a bit, but I'm going to be honest, after treating it, it feels fine. It just looks a little discolored because of the dead skin, but you're fine. Yes, Duke, I'm cheating on you. I've been cheating on you for 9.5 years with my significant other. Actually, geez. September, October, November. It'll almost be 10 years in like 3 or 4 months. Ooh. Anniversary is the 23rd of December. Ay. It hurt a little bit, but it's fine. I was just kind of concerned about her because she felt really bad about it, but when we roughhouse, we've stabbed each other with our nails before, or scratched each other. It's fine. This has definitely been the worst injury, but when you love someone, you're gonna mess around. It happens. Any news regarding the next step? The next step to what, Axel? You've been married 7 years? Nice. That's all good. We haven't been married for 9 years. We've only been together for 9 years as high school sweethearts. Just grew up with each other, but the wedding is not till October 2025. It's basically to let her finish her master's in March and then give us a year to kind of raise money for the wedding and then, you know, kind of cement ourselves. But we have our own house and we're just paying the mortgage off and living like Larry, so, you know. Everything's lined up. We just have to keep working out our local things. That's what you were asking? Yeah. It's all good. $1 to my wedding. Wow, Duke, I appreciate it. Ah, man. I'm going to be honest, if you want to support the wedding, come to the DayZ streams and mess with me on the DayZ streams. That's probably what's going to be paying for it on my side. She's Greek, though, because that means she's going to have at least guests in the triple digits. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to have more than 20 people show up between my like extended family and a few friends. And it doesn't total past 25. Meanwhile, I think she's at 125, and it's like, Jesus. Okay. Ah, man. What do I do? What will I do? Probably just start inviting random viewers, right? Come to Liru's wedding, have a meal. Have some homebrew cider. Chill. Who knows? Which Spain is this, by the way? Actual Spanish Armed Forces, based off of the flag and what I read on the mission description, which, by the way, if you type ! mission, you can see them. I would say modern day 2010, 2020. Yeah, free food, yeah, right? I'm not streaming the wedding on Twitch now. This is the exact reason why I keep my private life and my Twitch life separate, which is why I'm never going to do a face reveal unless Arma 3 actually has, or excuse me, Bohemia hosts an ArmaCon, because I will definitely drop a few $1,000s to fly over to wherever they host it, and I will host panels on everything. You want Zeusing, you want storyboarding, you want goats? Boom, we'll do it. I could wear a mask there, but at that point, I've done cosplay in masks. I hate it. It's too hot. I'm not doing a VTuber wedding. F that. I get why VTubers exist. It gives a lot of lonely males something to bond to and interact with, but I'm gonna stop myself because otherwise I'm gonna go on a tirade over how, as a species, we're kind of going in a dark corner. I'm really worried about my kids, but whatever. C'est la vie. It's okay to like VTubers. It's just there's so many weird people out there. Asada, Warkus, and Endreary. Yeah, so, actually, hell, let me go look. Where are they? Looks like they're Op4 today. Under UA. I love how we have something that says the band group. Ay. Or a fursuit wedding? No. I am going to have a masquerade for the after party, but that's because I've always had a dream about something. That's the one thing I want. Well, now there's stuff on Twitch on the welcome page. I can't repeat that word because Twitch gets mad when you say it, but I'm not surprised. There's always been favoritism by the Twitch staff that shows really, really thirsty Twitch mods, allowing for certain types of behavior, so what can you do? Anyway, round has begun. Hitting my commands here. That's the sound of about 100 people entering T-Fars. Let's go ahead and look at all the British forces here. So, OFCRA, starting off with them, we've got L85s. L85s, damn. Oh, look at that. They've got billboards that show off the Blue 4 and the OFCRA. Is that a tank? Oh. Alright. Otherwise, OFCRA British mainly having L85s here. We got some magnified optics for the squad leader and whatnot. We'll probably also see, yep, some AT4s. We'll probably see some GPMGs as well. General purpose machine guns, basically their squad-based machine gun here. And then we got one leadership element with the radio just running off. In the distance, let's look at our other OPFOR elements here. We've got one up here. Not a lot of spawns, it's just the command team, the 2 mortars that they spawn with. And otherwise, we also have a sniper in play here. I don't know the exact designation of that rifle, but that appears to be some sort of marksman rifle there. Not big enough to be a full-on sniper rifle, but big enough to be a marksman rifle, definitely. We got the build-up over here. This is another group of British. This appears to be their SAS spawns. We have a lot of suppressed L85s here. Surprised they're using suppressed L85s and not something like M16A3s.
Grab an entrenching tool by all means.
Is that Twig King's voice? Yep. Alright, so Twig is going to be commanding that side. And then we also have some helicopters in the hangar, though. I'm trying to see if they have any vehicles tied to them. I think they're just going to be air assault based off of those helis. And then we've got a garrison back here of more British forces. There was the GM. Yeah, there are the GPMG. Sorry, a little intoxicated. That I was mentioning earlier. We got more L85s with some holographic scopes. And then we also have some NLAWs in play for some anti-armor capability, heavier than the AT4s. And then we have SBS, okay. So basically they're naval commandos here. And they're going to be utilizing some sort of RHIB with some 50 cal. So one has a 50 cal and one has a GPMG mounted up front. I'm going to be honest, firing statics from the sea kind of sucks because the weapon sway, which is normally negated by a static, gets added on because of the waves of the ocean. But that's quite interesting. We're going to have OPFOR with 2 commando groups and then just trying to hold the front line here. But otherwise, we have the Spanish forces in 2 different positions here. We have multiple M113s, though it appears only 2 of them have the 50 cal variant, the rest are pure transport. Rifles appear to be G36K based, so another 5.56. We got some 230s for the team lead, some AT4s down. Oh, by the way, before I forget, 1 second. Let me put the chat window back up for you guys, because I forgot to turn that back on yesterday. We got some 203 systems underneath. We got some crewmen with what appears to be an MP7. And then we got some MG3s in play. And they're cable tying each other in Yatida. Actually, is that an MG3 or an MG4? I think it's an MG3. We got some Mark 14s with some MOS scopes, so this is the marksman team here. But we also do have, again, some scoped G36Ks with some 230 scopes on them. Looking back at the Spanish HQ, I'd imagine... All right, so we have a Leopard tank in play. It's rendering in. There she is. Mwah, I love it. This is also probably where we're going to see the 2 mortars in play and then more 113s. Otherwise, just to continue into the G36Ks and GPMGs. I'm not seeing a lot of AT other than AT4s on them, so those NLAWs are probably dedicated to hunting down that Leopard. But otherwise, we'll probably see how those mortars interact with each other in exchanges here. But otherwise, this is Sereno, which is the 2035 variant of the map Serrani, which is a cup port, which I think is back in like Arma 1 or Cold War Assault. Anyway, your border town right here, the actual capture objective is actually a little more to the left here. It's this chunk of territory right here. OFCRA also has a script where if the building is a serial box, meaning you can't enter it, you can use... basically, you can interact with the doorway to get up upon it, but it looks like all these buildings are actually fully enterable, so that's interesting. We'll see the British probably try to hold this border crossing here along the river. But it is foggy, and that'll help anyone on the offense try to get into the AO itself. Can we get the chat on screen back? Is it not? It's up. Is it not up for you guys? Because it's up for me. Axel, you sure? Because it should be up. I don't know. Yeah, refresh your F5. It'll come back up. Otherwise, we have the border crossing on the siege tunnel here, and I'm trying to figure out where this is specifically. So I guess it's this little build up here. It's got a scope 240 Bravo, but it's really foggy down there, so it's tough to use that static. Then we have a 50 cal over here. All right, so the siege tunnel is just a little buildup of rocks to basically have that be a pass. I'm not sure if they carved that out with Deformer, or they just stacked a bunch of rocks on it, but that's quite nice. And then the final zone is basically this little block in the town itself, which is just around this area. Then you have a bunch of cranes around. You'd never see a crane on a roof like that, but otherwise it's basically this little district here. But yeah, that'll be the final objective. So again, the border is worth 2 points, the siege tunnel is worth 3, and then the final position's worth 5. So if the attackers get both of these positions but can't get that position, you'll have a tie. But if the attackers are able to get the first position, then bypass and head to town, they'll win. So I'm going to be honest, there's not really a point in getting the siege tunnel then. It would be much easier for them to get the border town and then bypass the siege tunnel and then just take the final objective, and they're fine. So that puts a strain on the defense to hold both, and that gives the attackers the best option to actually come in and take over. There are no AKS-74 used in play today, Dan. I'm so sorry. They got wiped because of balance concerns. I'm just going to put myself low on the ground while I review the map because that fog, not fog, the wind is super heavy. It's Tanoa wind. It sucks. Not much we can do about that. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and look over the player base here. So we have Flip for Flap commanding with Jonathan as just an assistant, probably a mortar gunner. We have, for Blue 4, the Leopard crew is going to be Roland, Callie, and Barros. One of the squads is going to be Bravo with Spirit leading Cheeseburger, Kermit, Monex, Lysander, Rent-A-Cow, Pogo_Kilo, and Benares. Charlie as an MG4 group, so it is an MG4. Okay. With Tom, Major Con, Swola, Tom Jam. So Tom James and Tom, there's 2 Tom James. I see. That might get a little confusing. But anyway, we got an unknown player. We got Shay, Wombat, Pirate Sandwich, and Haiti. We got Lolo, Sam, and Alexander being a marksman team with those Mark 14s we saw earlier. Got an MG3 group. So, okay, no. The MG4 is this symbol here, which looks kind of like an M249. I forget the caliber if it's 5.56 or 7.62, but the MG3 is the other one we saw, which was pretty much an MG42 rechambered in 7.62 by 51 NATO instead of 7.92 by something, which is practically 8mm, which is what World War II era Germany used. Otherwise, we got Samuel with Luis, Combs, Gaiden, Ryder, Marcus, Yavir, and Kyle together. Epic leading another MG4 group with Ukrainic, Settler, Speed, and Malcolm. Dimus leading Foxtrot with KZ, Zyler, Tab, DZ, Bartoloni, Keeper, and Camille. Depso leading an M113 M2 group with Templar, Quebec, Helenarias, Skipu, Nox, Wiki, and Monkey. And Emil, Mr. White, Rizbo, and Delta are together as another M2 group. Otherwise, looking over Op4, I don't see anyone directly under the command group, which is a little concerning. I feel like they should have a commander somewhere, but I guess we'll get to him. The border defense town is Newton, Mario, Gonzalez, Puma, Vince, El Pursu, Toxic Isas, and Roderick all together on the Alpha border defense town. Bravo, which is the SAS team, is Twig, Keen leading Skeeta, Cameron, Crazy, Monteman, Woodbury, and Mike. Charlie, which is an MG squad, is being led by Django, with Chiron, Tom... What? Why are there so many Tom Jameses? What? Is this a freaking Among Us joke or something? Why? They're everywhere. With another Tom James with goals. Biagi, Tommy, Chirion, Wasn't there a second Shurion early? Okay, I give up. Murdy, Stefano, Steam User, Linfolkio, and Freight. NASA leading Echo AT with Parthius, Rowan, Cuboid, Dimuvor, Lemore, and Sky Online. SBS Group, the Naval Commandos, is being led by Oddball with Drake, Oliver, Diablo, Alan, Ninja, James, and Duitson. We have a Static HMG group in India with Andrewi leading Bunsha, Breadbone, Black Wolf, Ilya, Warkus, and Asada, which someone mentioned earlier where they were. We have a single marksman in Delta, and then Ilbanek the Goat has banned Aja and Zixmi all together, and it appears to be another sniper team. Otherwise, reviewing the map, Blue 4 is on the move to this border town. The border defense squad is all situated around here. Now, there's a lot of different ways that this op can go. There's plenty of pitfalls, though. The single defensive squad here, as it's being reinforced, can do its best to kind of take out a massive chunk of Blue 4. They're eventually going to go down, mind you, but if they're able to basically take out 2 people for every 1 person that gets taken out on their own, they'll be able to provide a massive number advantage that will allow OPFOR to hold both the siege tunnel and the final objective without having to worry about Blue 4 breaking apart and using things. Now, the tank coming in is going to be a bit of a worrisome thing to deal with. There it is, and she's got some pretty nice horsepower on her to be already down at that position, but if the initial squad can box the tank in and take it out, that's going to be a really good call. But I don't know, OPFOR not really opting to hold the borders here. This is going to potentially allow Blue 4 to get their, not just across these bridges, but get right into the town itself and start breaching. That's going to make it a lot harder for OPFOR to actually get some kills here for free, essentially, as Blue 4 tries to maneuver through the open ground. But I think they're just going to play it defensively around the objective for now. And we'll just see how many they can take out with them. If anyone minds, can you pass me the final numbers? I'm curious to see how many points were on Blue 4 and how many points were on OPFOR. Again, Blue 4, the attacking faction, as a Spanish force, and OPFOR is the defending faction as a British force. Also, Bog, how you doing? Yeah, at least if you yell Tom, someone will answer. Be it OPFOR or Blue 4. 113 force now starting to cross in. Riverbed dried up a bit, so now they can just get right on top of the objective. And we're seeing an immediate dismount. Newton here calling that out. He's got a scoped L85. Can he see any of the forces coming down? He's calling them out. I really hate the pin needle scopes. He's trying to throw a grenade. That grenade's not going to get far enough, though. Falling way short. They're throwing more grenades. Yes, I am covering a few rounds of FNF tomorrow. At least 1 or 2. Then we got an op to cover on the ground. 47.9K on Spain, 50.3 on Brits. All right, pretty even. Otherwise, we got British forces starting to engage the rooftop here on Newton's position. Doesn't look like he got hit, though. That sounds like the machine gun's firing. Yep, that is the MG3. I love that thing, but again, it's tough to keep the stability here. We got another force that's come around. Again, starting to engage people on the rooftops here. Looks like we have the SBS. How did they get up here immediately? Wow, so some SBS forces already on the choke point, but the rest are still a ways away. But it looks like they're going to pick up the SAS forces and come in as well. But it's going to take them a solid 10 to 15 minutes to get into this AO. And I'm going to be honest, I think this fight's going to be over in 5 to 10 at this rate. Newton quickly getting down as machine gun fire overlaps his position. Go for it, Total. Again, probably only covering 1 or 2 rounds tomorrow because I got other stuff to do, but I'm rooting for you. That is an MG3, not an MG4. The MG4 is, it looks more like a hybrid, I'm going to be honest, between a 249 and a 240. But the MG3 is the one that looks like the MG42. With that long, threaded barrel. So yeah, we got some players really struggling to see where they're being engaged from. You got Alien here just kind of looking around, not realizing he's getting shot at from this side over here. And then you got this garrison up here. Actually, Newton got a great shot, knocked the gunner out on that M2. Looking at early skull counts, we have multiple knockouts on OFCRA here. Blue 4 also, we see Wiki knocked out. That's the only knockout so far. But we got some flanks of Blue 4 really struggling to try to move in because they don't have a lot of good vectors to move in. They're really fearful about where OFCRA might be defending, and OFCRA only needs one good firing line to get a nice multi-kill on Blue 4 to make this defense worth it. Looks like we have our first KIA here. One of the British players is dead. That appears to be Vincencio. It always sucks to be the first one out. Everick, yeah, I feel you, broski. Everick, our 3CB dev that always likes to participate in this channel. 3CB being the main British mod dev, as well as 3CB Factions, which is one of my personal favorites. How are you doing, broski? And again, for clarification, I am not the mission dev. I am just a simple streamer covering the event, so please do not blame me for the kit choices we see on either side. But to defend the mission maker, if it works, it works. I'm gonna be honest, being on the ground right here, seeing all these buildings that you can enter multiple sides from, it really is kind of terrifying. To be constantly having your head on a swivel, because you never know when someone like Newton can come over and pop you in the face and you might be looking in a different direction. We have a second KIA up on this rooftop. Does Blue 4 have any KIA yet? No. So, Blue 4 getting a little bit of an early advantage here, knocking out a few players. OFCRA not really showing any QRF to come in here. Instead, they're focusing on the siege tunnel. So, this force out here is definitely left on its own devices here with the whole goal of trying to knock out as much as they can. We're seeing a lot of shooting back and forth here, though. Blue 4 having another knockout. Skippo immediately administering first aid. Yeah, we'll see how that Leopard does, but she is still... Oh, no, she's actually in some sort of Overwatch position. But that is not going to be in any position to actually help the force coming in. She's just being held on reserve, I think. She's probably going to be used against the siege tunnel. We just had Depso fire off at this angle. There's nothing over here except for these two positions over here. We do have the mortar position set up. That mortar, if it could start barraging the positions around the OFCRA defense, would be amazing. But we also have the Blue 4 mortar position up here. Now it's just a big game of wait and see as Blue 4 is starting to move in and breach some of the buildings that OFCRA forces are in. So I think they can hear Blue 4 coming up. Hearing some mortar rounds come in, Blue 4 starting to breach. So those rounds are landing on target where Blue 4 was, but right now it's not going to be doing a lot of damage. They gotta walk those rounds up. Actually, we might see those rounds walk up. AT was just fired at the 113. Looks like it hit the pole, actually. Or fell short. I don't see any impact on the 113 right there. You got Puma holding the stairwell. And just 3 floors down, you got Blue 4 running around. But, you know, you could say Blue 4 also taking these buildings and utilizing them. Hearing some static shots, Swollen out, spraying over the side. That is an MG4, by the way. So he's just emptying into those windows. We'll see if OFCRA comes down. Puma and Toxic could get in a funny position here. We also see some SSWT kits deployed on the windows. Looks like Blue 4 is quickly clearing out of this building, except keeping Swola on that spot. Interesting call. But I'm wondering if this is going to be the main sweeping force to come in, and you got all these forces around here just kind of sweeping this position. You got mortars coming in, but they're now landing very short into the water over here. But I do appreciate OFCRA trying to call in danger close mortar strikes to try to save this group here. You got some Blue 4 engaging elements over here. Looks like they did find an OFCRA guy and took him out. Great shooting there by the Mark 14 team. It was Alexander that got that kill. So again, OFCRA suffering from a few KIAs here. We got OFCRA trying to go over this position, spraying at Blue 4 as they're folding in right there, but wasn't able to box them into the open area there, especially with these trees in the way, giving Blue 4 a little bit of concealment as they moved in. Swolo looks like he's also folded out. They didn't come up to clear the rooftops, though. Now, this objective will be counted at the 38-minute mark, and whoever has more infantry are going to get the points here. But you see that Newton's trying to stick his head up and engage whatever's down here. We just heard some mines go off.
No, I'm okay, I'm okay.
It didn't take Shay out, though.
They C4'd it.
So we got a little lucky. He's calling it a C4. I think that was actually a mine, though, because if it was C4, that should have taken out the entire building and whatnot. Now you got the tank in an interesting position here, and it's starting to suppress. Possibly firing at the infantry on this rooftop here. But that is the Leopard. Yeah, they're definitely trying to hit the infantry up on that rooftop. The rounds are just coming a little short, though. You got Wiki knocked out over here as the crewman. No one around him. I wonder what happened to him, though. Because he's at an angle that he shouldn't have been engaged by any OFCRA. But you never know with these types of things. Anyway, doing a quick dead check. We got 4 OFCRA dead. Looks like Newton got taken out on the rooftop after he poked his head out. That is a big shame. Blue 4, though, we only have Wiki Uncon at the moment. Looks like Pirate Sandwich was taken out in this building. Probably by the garrison over here. Ninja got knocked out recently. But I think he is the only KIA on Blue 4 side, Pirate. So Blue 4 doing a great job of being very cautious and hitting these buildings. And definitely taking their time to sweep this area. It's been giving OFCRA time to walk mortars on this position, but we saw one mortar strike get right on target from where Blue 4 was. And then a little far. But now we're hearing mortar strike over here. I think they're trying to fire at this position to counter battery because the marks for the mortars get updated every few moments. Within a few hundred meters, excuse me. So I think Blue 4 is now trying to play counter battery, but they're not succeeding. And that's the one mistake I see in PvP a lot, is no one does a BDA on the target, which means no one confirms where the mortars are landing. So they're essentially just firing blind. Now we got OFCRA trying to shoot down this valley here. Tank not in a position to do proper overwatch here. You hear more shots, I think. No, okay, Gonzalez was, I thought he was further down, but he's actually on the rooftop over here. Now the tank is shooting. Basically locking this position down. Waiting to see that tank fire. Mario, I'm not sure if he understands he's on a threat here. Here comes the rounds. They're landing a little too high, though. Oh, and then a great grenade throw. Somehow does some damage on Gonzalez. That shrapnel traveled there. Jeez. That knocks him out. We've got this guy over here firing down at some Blue 4 elements. Unsure if he was able to score a kill there. That's definitely slowing Blue 4 down, though. I'm hearing some clicking over here. OFCRA is attempting another mortar strike. We'll see if it bears any fruit. We just got to hope that they don't accidentally hit any of their own positions there. So we'll see those touch down in about half a minute or less. We see some more rounds coming in. Oh, wait. Jeez. Those are way off. He's got it angled too high. It's landing really close to his own guys, to be honest. Yeah, they probably did charge 0 instead of 2, so they're completely underranged. That's a shame. Because at that angle, yeah, it could land anywhere right here. It's really hard to predict, but looks like he's realized his mistake. We see the rounds starting to come in. They could hit anywhere, to be honest. But you got to remember, both sides only have 24 HE rounds per mortar. They got 2 mortars for 48 rounds total. All right, mortar rounds coming in around this section, but not going to hit anything, unfortunately. Looks like OFCRA tried to come out. We saw one guy just get killed. More rounds coming up on this position. So that killed one of these guys as they were coming down. Suppressive fire, managing to find his head. Mario's body glitching out. Looks like they're shooting at it, though. But yeah, mortar's good spot to hit. Closer to enemies, though, than, well, no, equidistant between those two positions. But we just saw the rest of these guys get wiped as Blue 4 is now coming in on this spot. So there's only about 6 OPFOR defenders left. And for the amount of Blue 4 that's been killed, we also saw Sam get killed off and Malgrim get killed off on this other side. But so far, that is it. Now, we do have the SAS and SBS forces. They have come around via boat right here and dismounted. They're starting to come around right here. Objective will be cashed in a little over 10 minutes. But we might see them come around on the flank and engage Blue 4 as they come in and try to box them in. So, tough call. Blue 4 does have a squad on reserves up here overwatching their tank to prevent the commandos from coming in and trying to take it out. Wolf, I have no plans personally, but we'll see what happens over the next few months. More grenades going off around Blue 4 here. Blue 4 starting to breach some previous OPFOR positions. And then they'll start moving in on the objective themselves. But it looks like some Blue 4 spotted OPFOR coming around. Shay has been knocked out. We've got multiple Blue 4 down, actually. Shay wakes back up. But the MG4 machine gunner is now suppressing over through the fog here. And OPFOR has been quick to fold back in on position here. So Twig got 2 of those kills.
I've unconned 3.
And he's using his pin needle scope here to try to hone in on these guys. Meanwhile, OPFOR down trying to maneuver around here. One of them gets knocked out. Allen in a tough spot. Grenade lands a little close. MCO is going to be in a week, by the way. A week and a half, technically. Keep an eye out for that. We're doing it every month and a half. And then we got Puma still watching the stairwell here, not realizing he's no longer under threat of breach. Diablo was picked off. Mortar rounds coming in, hitting around this building. They're a little more accurate now. You got some long-range fire coming in from the ridge here. No OPFOR defense on the final objective, though. And then you got the commandos folding in over here. One of the Tom James is disconnected, but I don't know which one. There was like 3 or 4 at this rate. On both sides, mind you. Major Khan, meanwhile, he is down here. I think he spotted Oliver. Takes him out with that MG3. He does have a friendly fire kill, but killing Oliver there is going to trade that out. But now you got OPFOR Special Forces here. I think part of the original garrison. Some of these were the SBS players. Nope, they're actually the border defense, but I guess they picked up some suppressors here. What about you? Yeah, no, there. So some of the SBS players have ended up over here. And they're trying to take Major Khan out, but Oliver might not wake back up after those rounds. But I do appreciate seeing OPFOR trying to fold around like this. Blue 4 really focused on taking the objective, but they have the manpower number in this objective to take those first 2 points. So we're seeing mortar impacts close to where the mortars are firing up here. So I believe that's Blue Force counter battery trying to go in. We also have another SPS team over here. That appears to only be a single player, though, as he is now going to probably dock his boat and try to join up with the commandos to fold in to try to eliminate infantry here. Settler comes in, though, only to be taken out because he ran out of ammo, and the battle buddy of this guy, Alien here, was able to get the kill, but that was an even 1-to-1 trade. We got Oliver getting dragged in over here. We just heard AT fire by the SPS, and that might have hit the tank. Oh! And the Leopard has been taken out by what sounded to be an NLAW round. Yeah, by Oddball. We see that the round has been spent because the cover is off, so Oddball getting the Leopard kill before it could do anything substantial. That could turn the tide here, but with the amount of Blue 4 we have compared to Op 4, it might not be enough. We also have Blue 4 all the way down on the south here, doing some bit of Overwatch. I don't even know on the southern side. We'll just have to see what that develops into later. But I don't know why they're covering the southern side when they should be covering the north and actually going for the objectives. But who am I to question the infinite wisdom of the commanders on down today? Righto, Duke. Thank you for dropping by. So you hear that tank cooking off. There's a big chunk of Op 4 around, but Blue 4 mostly in the zone. I guess the question's going to be, is Op 4 going to set up ambushes on the vehicles to stop Blue 4 from remounting and heading off to future objectives and get a lot of free kills in that bounce back? Again, Op could still swing either way at this point. But I feel like numbers-wise, Blue 4 certainly have it. We got Op 4 with a lot of heavy machine guns set up here, using it to try to deliver some Overwatch fire, but not sure how much they'll be able to do about it. Righto, 7, thank you for dropping by. More explosives going off. They're taking out entire buildings here, and it looks like that killed, I forget who it was, just staying in this building, but he gets taken out by the building collapsing. So good call on Blue 4 to take out the garrison building that way. Got some grenades going off, but Isas here is still kicking. He tries folding out right here, only to realize it's a fake door. And he gets taken out by Camille because he was unable to fold out because he didn't want to jump down. We're hearing more explosions going off, further causing damage to that already big pile of rubble there. So Oliver's been brought down to this little, not construction, this supermarket here. But he stabilized Oliver, but wasn't able to bring him back because he took too much damage. Now you got Alien running around over here. He could steal this Vic and drive away. Quite a few dead Blue 4 back here, though. Major Con spotted him. Alien immediately restacks. Grenade gets thrown. Oh! But Alien didn't have any ammo in his gun and got caught in a reload charge and taken out by a freaking MG4 that had at least 100 rounds in its box. Oh, what a rookie mistake. My heart goes out for Alien, though. More mortar rounds coming around that hilltop. Blue 4 folding in additional forces along the border crossing. Objective will be cashed in about 4 minutes. Now Blue 4 on the rooftops, engaging Op 4 commandos as they fold in. They're also shooting at their own transport vehicles. That's a little silly. Actually, wait. No, that's this is an Op 4 one because it's British. Interesting. I think that's always been there, though. Twig trying to come up, though. He's on 3 kills with that suppressed L85. The question is he going to spot anyone on the rooftop? Or is someone on the roof going to spot him and take him out? Because he's in the lowest roof. Can't get an angle on Gaydon at the moment. Gaiden suppressing with his MG, but I think he's shooting at friendlies, and then he just realized it. He's on -2. What the f— Someone reel Gaiden in. He's doing— What is Gaiden doing? They're shooting at this rooftop. This is where friendlies were previously. What is up with all the friendly fire? Hey, Kane, how you doing? Thank you for gracing us with your presence in these trying times. I think Blue 4 has the objective at this point. We just need to see the 2 points get cashed in the 3 minutes. But Blue 4, I think from here, they just need to transition to the final objective and hold it. With that size of a garrison, they could, but we might see them try to go for the siege tunnel. It's just with the loss of the tank for Overwatch, there's not much they're going to be able to do. So it's just a matter of cleaning up this infantry and then moving to the final position. Ryder gets knocked out. But yeah, based off of where all the rounds are going, I think Blue 4 is a little confused with what's going on, but we have a building collapse. Alexander and Lolo surviving. Cameron now trying to come around to clean them up, but they trade. Rare to see that in that, you know, about second to second and a half disparity of bullets flying, but always a pleasure to see a trade like that, because it shows that both of them are on target, doing their best, but again, that little latency you get in Arma 3 kind of saves it. Ryder somehow just fell through the building. I think he came down the stairwell too hard. We have mortars landing right on top of Blue 4 buildings, not taking them out though. Interesting. Ooh, that's heavy hit. Twig coming around, cleaning up some more units here. He's on 4 kills now. And Blunt Traps, thank you so much for the 12-month resub. That gets you a Lance Corporal badge. I appreciate you so much, buddy. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, Blue 4 down here, firing up at the Op 4 all the way out there. That's at least a click and a half away. Wow, yeah, almost 2 clicks, mind you. No Op 4 in the zone. We got some more mines getting clicked off here, but they're just not being effective. I don't know if it's just bad positioning or what, not where the explosive package is, but they're only wounding, they're not actually killing. It could be just simple toe poppers, though. Toe poppers aren't meant to kill, they're meant to maim. But in a PvP where you're trying to outright eliminate each other, they're not the most effective things in the world to have. Got Mike up here overwatching this building from his position. He'll be seeing Blue 4 moving back and forth along these windows. He's waiting to see one guy poke their head out, and then he'll line up a shot. Let's watch. Ooh, he's waiting for the rooftop. He's waiting for Coombs to hold still, and he's going to get him with a headshot. Misses the shot. It's interesting, though. You can hear Blue 4 locally from Mike's position. Spanish AP mimes are toe poppers. Yeah, so they're not going to kill. They're just going to maim. Maybe slow the assault down, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. So he's watching the window. I'm just worried from his angle if he'll get sniped from the window, but I think he's folded in enough to be fine. He's in someone's apartment right now. Look at this little dingy studio apartment, man. It's literally just a bedroom. Not even a kitchen. So he hears people coming around his building. I don't think he realizes that it's friendlies, though, on the rooftop. Now you got Twig King, who's maneuvered around over here. He's still on 4 kills. He's got an ACOG on his L85. That's the SU-230 scope. My personal favorite scope. He's watching Javier moving around down there. With that suppressor, he's able to do a lot of damage, but he's got to pick his targets carefully. Because if they detect him and start swarming his position, it's over. Objective should be cashed in any second now. for the border crossing. And it should be Blue 4's. So Blue 4 should have 2 points on the board by now. And we see them coming around their 113, so we'll see what they do. Again, I think Blue 4's best call is to regroup and then just push the final objective, because the siege tunnel is only worth 3 points, and there's no point in taking that. Is Gulf Blue 4 still alive? I do not see a Gulf section on Blue 4. I do see an Op 4 section for Gulf, and they've taken 50% casualties. But yeah, Blue 4 remounting. I guess we missed the scoring part of the crossing there. India. Yes, they're all still alive. They're all the way down here for some weird reason. They've been going around the southern side, so maybe we'll see them try to backcap around in the final objective, but it's a weird call nonetheless. We also see a lot of Blue 4 heading south now, so I guess that force was to spearhead these guys moving around, and that just shows me they're going to ignore the siege tunnel and move all the way down to the south, bypass any defenses that Op 4 might have set up, and then hit the final objective from the rear, which, again, makes a lot of sense. Ignore the central garrison, which is only worth a portion of the points, go for the final objective worth the most points, and then that plus the first objective and you win. Sound logic to me. The question is, how many kills can the remaining Op 4 elements get here before Blue 4 fully pulls out? Nobody knows. So it looks like they're suppressing Drake's position here. He is up a kill. Spaceballs. We got some Op 4 guys staying back right here. We got one AT guy. It looks like he spent his AT, so he's just a rifleman now. But again, now we're just kind of waiting this objective out. Blue 4 already have a squad away. We got these guys that are probably heading up to the garrison position, which, weirdly enough, has 2 guys here. I guess they're AFK. It's one of the Thomas Jones, and it's one of the Chirons.
No, sempre stadio.
I hear one of them speaking, though.
E guardi la mano.
That's weird. Scripting's weird. All right, so we just saw a Blue 4 guy get taken out by Crazy and Skeeta. So Skeeta has both of the kills here. We see some Blue 4 bodies around, so they're picking off Blue 4 elements that are staying put. The Leopard crew is driving out with some of the infantry, so I guess they've just become crewmen to help with the infantry moving out here, but 2 APCs full and then 1 APC partially full. That's going to give them about 20 to 25 guys for the final objective to hold it. That's pretty fair. But if Op 4 are able to take out this final group, regroup with the forces up on the siege area, and then push in, that'll give them about 20 to 30 to work with, so it could still go either way. Got Op 4 crossing the riverbed now. Twig trying to fire down at this group, which is only 2 guys folding around. But I'm curious what this infantry group down here is going to do. Worst comes to worst, they'll just take a direct infantry route in and be QRF, because the rest of these vehicles, I mean, you can see their tires have been pretty much shot out. This one, though, could work, but we might see the SPS or SAS Remnant here take it and just drive out with it. Yeah, right? What's that? It's all right. I think I only wrote down 1 highlight so far, but it's been fun to see the CQC aspect of it. And the mortars, predictably, not really being on target, but the explosive charges on the buildings, getting a few kills, that's been quite nice. More mortars coming in, but they are very short, and it looks like they're only the smoke variant. Yep, you can see the smoke starting to come out, so Blue 4 might be out of HE mortars at this point. Or they're actually doing the smart thing and using smoke mortars to range their shots before they use HE. So Twig holding up here. Let's look at his POV. He's watching the windows here. Gets the headshot. Beautiful shot. Just put some more shots. Gets another! Oh my god.
I just killed the MG gunner. I killed the MG gunner in the enemy building.
Beautiful shooting here.
Okay, you're going in? Let me know when you enter.
You gotta remember, when I spectate them like this, my camera is not aligned with their actual scope. So it looks really janky from my position.
Okay, cover.
But otherwise, it's really accurate. So he's still in control of a few guys right here. I think he's calling for Mike to get cover here as he tries to breach in. But yeah, no, when I do that with the enter key on the numpad, the red dot, excuse me, when they do the iron scope is lined up, but the actual scope itself, the camera is usually a little off. It's always been like that. I don't know why. It's just, it be like that. So yeah, OPFOR I think is going to eat this remaining group, maybe take 1 or 2 casualties. However, we do have mortars landing. Which again, Blue Force mortars have been really accurate, but OPFORs, excuse me, but I think they just friendly fired one of their commandos here. And the easiest way to check is to actually look at the mortar gunner up here. Yeah, so the entire border defense squad got wiped. It's just the SAS guys breaching in. Zixby on a sniper kill. Interesting. Okay, maybe it was Jonathan with Flip for Flap, but I don't see him on any kills either, so it's hard to say. It'll be fixed by Arma 4, yeah, right? Well, Arma 4 is literally just going to be Arma Reforger with a new coat of paint, with all of the mods that a bunch of people in Reforger made. Let's be honest, but at least that means everything's going to be fixed, right? That's the genius behind Arma 4. But we'll cover that later. Third case of friendly fire there? Yeah, I'm not surprised. We saw one of the Blue 4 guys on -2, so it happens.
Everybody fall back. We spotted the enemy commander. We're going to go hunt.
Oh. So apparently the enemy commander got spotted, so these guys are going to get back in a Vic and pull away. But yeah, OPFOR SAS forces on 6 kills for one guy alone, plus a few others as a handful. That's not bad. I'm assuming Blue 4 dismounted, yeah, and killed the AFK guys, and now they're moving on. So Rizbo got one. But now they're going to fold over and take the final objective and leave these guys out to dry, and they still got, you know, a good 15 minutes to actually maneuver into position. So now we're going to have a bit of a lull here. Kane, I haven't looked over any of the DMs for meme ideas yet because I've been busy. My lip got busted open today. I've been having to deal with that. And after this stream, I got to immediately get all fancy because I got to go to a Cirque du Soleil performance. What? Okay, no. So this is a friendly that got disconnected, which got replaced by an AI, so they're waiting for them to reconnect. But, yeah, I was about to say, did they cable tie some dude? I guess that's not the case here, but they're just going to leave him. Because if he comes back, then who's going to uncable tie him? That's why they're waiting around right there. Everything will be fixed by Arma 7. Keep telling yourself that. Am I in Vegas? No. They have a local performance in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, which is like 20 minutes away from me. So I do appreciate Blue 4's locking this position down, though, thinking OPFOR is going to breach him. But no, OPFOR is going to go take a bite out of the commander. But the commander's already long gone back to the forward base. What is in Vegas? Cirque du Soleil. Only took him a year to add body armor to Reforge. Well, think about how long it took for Arma 3 to enter its period of renaissance for modding. that really didn't happen till like 2020. Let's be honest. Like, modding was decent for Arma 3 till 2020, then it really started taking off. I want to say post the swap era is when a lot of projects started really getting off the ground. 2015 is when modding started, but I would say modding really started kicking off by 2020, which is, even then, 2015 was 2 years after Arma 3 came out. 2020 was 7 years. And I'd say just the past 3 years of modding alone for Arma has just been nuts. But the framework was all being, started in about 2019. So, now apply that to Reforger. Reforger, it's going to take years for, the backbone to start getting formed, and then give it a bit more time, and then it'll start exploding. It's just the question is, when is Bohemia going to start taking elements from Arma Reforger and putting it in Arma 4? Because you have to also understand, DayZ is using the same infusion engine backbone that Reforger used. But Reforger is clearly using a more advanced version of the engine that DayZ was running. So now at what point are they going to then take the, the upgraded engine for Reforger and then put it into 4? And that's still at least 3 to 4 years away, mind you. Looks like OFCRA found a 113. They're going to steal that. And they're now going to go out and hunt the enemy commander with 5 people. But this is going to leave this blue 4 force here. They could probably find this Vic here and then drive into the final objective. But now it's just going to be all about maneuvering. So I'm going to go down here so we don't have to listen to that annoying-ass wind. I'm just going to go away from all the other vehicles here. And we're just going to have to watch them on the map until blue 4 moves in and does something. We have the statics firing down. I think they're firing at their own dude right here, though, thinking that it's enemy because he's in an enemy Vic. We'll see if he gets friendly fired. And what's that is 100% correct. I think that's these guys' Vic, actually, this 113 specifically. You see that the M2 turret's facing downwards, which means it's been disabled. He's gonna steal this Vic? No, he gets out, but he's unable to turn it because the gun's disabled. Yeah, no, he's stuck. So he gets back in driver. No, he's just turned in on the crew. He gets back in driver, and now he's going to drive out. So here's the deal. In terms of plans for streaming later tonight... Oh, God! He just rammed that vehicle and got flipped. I love it. This is my only planned stream today. I might be back in the late evening for some mission dev streams, because I gotta stream the development of this weekend's Karma Cut op, the Command and Conquer op, a few other things. And that might be it. But it's not gonna be until like late tonight. I want to say around midnight, maybe later. I have a tradition with Bloodwing about the whole Cirque du Soleil stuff, so... Some of it's not Twitch appropriate.
Hello.
Look at this man. He's just turned sideways. Hello, my friends. I appear to be stuck in a sideways M113. This will make a great thumbnail, by the way. How many hours is midnight for me? In 7.5 hours. No problem, broski. And again, it's not a guarantee. Perfect. I just wonder if they can see him at a certain... Oh, wait, he might. If he goes to the left side, he might see him. Yeah, and he's trying to shoot through the top, but it's not clipping because the pole's in the way. And you can see that the little pole right there is actually clipping through, and you can see part of him there. Oh, that's funny as shit. Fun fact, though, you can shoot through this door. This door can be penetrated by 5.56 for some stupid reason. Also, this top window might also be penable. Yeah, they know he's here, and they're just trying to get him out. Looking at the map here, Blue Force still trying to develop on that final area. Time check is at the 55.5-minute mark. And Drake's still shouting like, hello? Oh, there he goes. He's making a run for it. Runs into the doorway. Someone was covering because we heard some gunshots go off, but they weren't able to get the kill. Awesome. And now it's just Drake trying to cover. That was the N key instead of the M key. My bad. OFCRA, meanwhile, trying to hunt Command. Command's folded all the way back up to the Spanish HQ. Whew. How many Spanish are left? Quite a few, because it's all Blue 4 over here, so they're going to try to go for the final objective. See some grenades being popped off here. Why can 5.56 penetrate that? Don't ask. I have no freaking idea. I've just tested it, and I know that that's the case. Because we've seen it in FNF, actually. Here's Samuel. He's got a bit of a tough thing to work with, though, because there's a lot of ruin right here covering the first story. Oh, the grenade pens and blows up Drake's face. Lucky grenade throw by Samuel. Yes, I know. It's because I'm spectating and the script kicks off that says I'm alone. It doesn't have to rub it in. Samuel coming in. Doesn't check further because he's just kind of poking his head in to see what's up. Doesn't realize he got him with the grenade, but Drake hasn't woke up yet, so I think he's got him. Samuel breaching. Is he going to see the body? He does. Yep. Double tap shots. There it is. Ooh. And he's KIA. But you just see some suppressive fire coming down to that group, and that is it. Yep, OFCRA always has a bonus round at the, that's only 30 minutes after the first primary round. I tried covering one a few, I think the last time I covered OFCRA, which was 2 weeks ago, but it ended very quickly, to be honest. It was a really cool concept, but it turned into a bit of a mess. Nonetheless, we got another 38 minutes. No, 30 minutes exact. No, 40 minutes. I can't math. It's 2 plus 8 plus 30. So 40 minutes here. Before the round officially ends. Blue 4 have a lot of forces around. They don't want to charge right in, thinking that Op 4 might have a bit of a garrison here. So you see them kind of faltering out right here. Meanwhile, Op 4 have taken complete control of the ridge. But we do have some forces looking back to cover the town, just in case they get back capped. We got some static situated up here. But beyond that, you just have Blue 4 moving all around this position here.
До 7:30.
So Op 4 are going to get the 3 points for holding that objective at the hour mark, but Now it's just going to turn into a game of who can hold the final objective worth 5 points to the end of the round. Righto, Ham. It's going to be an interesting one because I'm going to do a prison break based off of the previous mission. But I'm thinking we're going to start varying the training ops on other dates too. But I think the next rotation after Africa, after next month, I'm either going to do Middle Eastern stuff or we'll see what else is going on in the world. I'm just trying to build that up for my community though. Wombat clearly doesn't like me. What's the player count at the start? The player count at the start, if you meant to say start, was a little over 100. Who on what side, I couldn't tell you. I think the attackers had maybe a 5 to 10% number advantage. Yeah, the Myanmar War could also go. The Civil War could be nice. We'll see. De nada, amigo. Alright, so still got 3 guys down here. SAS forces regrouping. They're taking on 113. They'll probably move back into friendly territory here. And then we got Band here looking back. He sees, okay. So I'm curious, we're going to have the mortar. Yep, so they're going to fire mortars that way. Ha! We'll see if they're accurate. I mean, we saw a mortar round annihilate somebody, so we know that they're definitely effective. But if Op4 can get a really good mortar strike on Blue 4 and wipe a squad, then that's going to turn around fairly quickly. We got Op4 on some statics, firing down at Blue 4 forces right here. However, Op4 does have the Overwatch fallacy going for them, aka they got no one defending the actual sector. They just have a bunch of people on a ridge overwatching the AO, and if Blue 4 realizes that, they can just go in, take the objective, and not have to deal with anything except an overwatching force. Korean War op when? It's been a while since I've done Sun. It would have to win a poll, though, for me to bring it back, but I loved Korean War. Because you got to do all the fun stuff with World War II weaponry in the Korean War, mind you. Alright, we hear the mortar rounds going out. Here's Blue 4. I see the tracer effects tying up. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rounds, 7 rounds coming in. They're going to go a little to the left, though. Let's see if he spaced them out. There's smoke rounds. So that either means he's out of HE, or he's just doing that to call the base of fire here. But that's pretty good to be an on target. You can see the smoke piling up right there. So he just needs to adjust it maybe 20 meters to his south, and he's got it. South, maybe southwest. Based off the angle, yeah. Let's see what they do. Ham, yeah, no, it was the accent roll that came up.
Dlaczego? Okej, det må robić go. No to minął... Czy się odnowi?
Nie, to jedno.
Dawaj.
Ja kupiłem 5 krów na przebrane.
So looks like they're loading up and starting to move down, but Blue 4 going to start getting on top of this objective. Op 4 is going to have to then attack it. Got a Blue 4 guy down right here. 3 more. We do have a medic, though, that should be able to get him up, but I guess they're just really discombobulated here. Op 4, meanwhile, moving up on the northern side. But yeah, you'll see the final fight in this area here. Mortar rounds landing close to that castle area. Yeah, the Corsair plane was the late war standard carrier-based fighter that the U.S. used against the Japanese in the Pacific Front. Before that, it was the Wildcat, I believe. But the Corsair would... Honestly, that was the plane that really... If I'm recalling correctly, that was the plane that really won the Battle of Coral Sea. It might not have been Coral Sea, though. It was the one where they call the New England turkey shoot or something. Where they just completely outperformed the Zero fighters and the inexperienced pilots that the Japanese had at that point, because all their experienced ones had been killed off at that point. Marina's turkey shoot. That's what I'm thinking. Yep. Corsairs. Sorry. God. What's that always talking shit? But yes, the Great Marina's turkey shoot. Look, I'm just killing time here because Op4's suffering from the Overwatch fallacy. They're going to start trickling forces in, but Blue 4's probably going to have this AO guarded and win at this point because Op4's just only going to be able to trickle forces in there. Drew, that is what happens when you use kamikazes for all your veteran pilots. Bluck, which campaign are you talking about? Who's winning? I'd say Blue 4 has it in the bag based off of the fact they're on defense. Op 4 is going to have 32 minutes to try to change that, but I think Blue 4's got this. No, I'll be covering OFCRA next week. If you type !schedule, you can see everything I'm covering for the foreseeable future. From planned streams to commissions to what I'm doing in my community. So we got Blue 4 with a little bit of Overwatch, and that's what's taking the Ridgefire Overwatch from Op 4. They're going to be exchanging 50 cals back. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing?
I thought it was.
No. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, you silly bastards. Up for, take them out before they do more damage to themselves. Righto, if no, let me know.
We are holding now, we're waiting until we get some commands and until we capture this.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of them up on the hill with nothing like 12
What's up?
Yeah, fourth case of friendly fire at this rate.
Oh yeah, we know, don't worry.
Oh, there is a new Iwo Jima map. Nice. Because I know the previous one was a little lackluster. There's a 60-minute objective cashed in, so that's Op 4 gaining the 3 points from that. So Blue 4 have 2 points, Op 4 have 3, but now the remaining 5 are in this objective down here. So now Op 4 has to go on the offensive here to take it. So we got the SBS forces that have jumped down with the SAS Remnant. Got an AT-4 by Skeeta. That's going to take out the 113. There's the shot. Engine still up. You got grenades coming in. They're trying to kill the gunner. He folds in. Looks like we don't have a second lane of AT to stop it, though. But now you got Op 4 coming up here and taking out Blue 4 as they're a little discombobulated here. Time grenade by Crazy. Times it to grow under the vehicle. Emil taking shots from multiple Op 4 elements. James holds fire because Crazy's moving back and forth. Oh yeah, Jolly, this is what I do for a living, regardless of the BS I take from a bunch of crazy people. Great grenade throw right there. But that Blue 4 group completely annihilated with no Op 4 casualties. Brilliant. But yeah. I'm gonna keep kicking for a long time coming. No one's gonna stop me, because trust me, they've tried. Trust me on that. We'll see, Duke. But if I can survive the Australian YouTuber that rhymes with Bimmy DDoSing me for 9 weeks and prove that he's the one DDoSing me to stop him, I think I can cover anything at that point.
Control G, Control G.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I'm just looking for some filler here because the reality of this situation is Blue 4 have the defense. Op 4 just got a full group wipe, which is nice, but their focus has to be right here, so we have to see a lot of Op 4 forces up here transition down. Blue 4 have their own elements on the Overwatch fallacy, not on the actual objective themselves, but Blue 4, they've got 28 minutes to do it. Hey, Wheaton, how you doing, broski? I caught you during the 10-year anniversary stream for... You were the... Yeah. God, my memory is such shit right now. But we'll see if the Commandos can save Op 4 here. It's just they really need to be backed up by other forces coming in. How you doing, Wheaton? Nah, Ham, I don't want to air my dirty laundry out. If anyone wants to hear the full story, you can DM me and I can tell you everything, but it's basically a matter of ego. It's not even anything substantial. It's... I got in someone's way because they apparently thought I did. It's silly. It's really silly. But that's based off of the people that actually DDoSed me that were ordered to by him, and I saw a bunch of screenshots. I'm like, bro, really? We're really after this because of petty behavior. Okay, whatever. But that's the thing about this industry. You just got to be careful.
Do you have a
Just-
rangefinder, by the way?
I'm here to Zeus and have fun, all right? And cover PvP events.
So
That's all I
enemies
can
are
say.
here.
Because that's my pride in life here.
Enemies are in
And I'm
the
working on these
frame,
really cool Command and Conquer
as
offs to
well
do
as that
on
one
these
right there,
Saturdays
they're
here.
heavily occupying.
Oh yeah, and that's also true. I've killed a few communities myself over some really, really funny circumstances that I had no intention of doing. It's just people's perceptions. But my God, if we as Arma players could get out of the way of our own egos, we probably have Arma 4 by now. Yes, I did kill a community with an Alstalfo meme. That was great. We have a dead Op 4 player right here. I don't know what picked him off. I guess some of the groups right here, but ooh, that's a loss. Oh, what's that? Now you're really airing dirty laundry. Oh, man. Yeah, so you see them coming in, taking fire here. Twig gets knocked, but he actually knocks Hallie unconscious there. Great marksmanship with that SU-230 scope. Yeah, what's that has no filter, but he keeps me in check too. So I don't become a toxic little shit. True, Jolly. But hey, what can we do? Real quick, though. Wheaton, sorry, I scrolled up to see you in chat, broski, but I'm glad you're doing okay. You know, it was really funny when SPE, the latest CDLC, came out, and we were under NDA for the closed beta. I remember seeing Wheaton join the Discord, and I'm like, oh! My good friend from the FNF Discord's here. But it's always funny to see who gets invited to what projects that we gotta be hush-hush on until it, you know, gets publicly released. Because if you know me, you know I've occasionally leaked a few things here and there, you know, behind closed doors to certain people, but I just like talking about things with people. So it's always nice to find those people, go, all right, you're cool, you're part of this project. I can talk to you about all of this stuff. So that way I don't say it to anyone else.
Bad wall, what's that?
Shut up, what's that? Oh, yes, I'm the secret War Thunder leaked document guy. Yeah, all the classified documents go for me. Exactly, Duke. Totally. Right. Well, Wheaton, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, broski. Can't wait to see what FNF's cooking up this week. Hell yeah, man. No, because if there was anything in SPE I was gushing about back in the day during the closed beta, it was those freaking reload animations. Especially the difference of if you had a round in the chamber, you'd reload your gun differently to accommodate for that round in the chamber, rather than, you know, just making sure you then pump the first round in the magazine in, which is what most reload animations do. Oh, shut up, what's that? Righto, Ham, thanks for dropping by. But no, after dealing with all this other BS from all these other people, YouTubers, groups, you name it, since doing this all since 2016. God, back when we all started under Luton 09, and we can see how that went, right? I just want us to vibe here. I just want us to have fun. And then whenever someone brings up drama about another community or unit or person, I can just grab my popcorn and just eat it casually, and we can just kind of laugh about it. That's what I want. I just like Zeusing, man. Exactly. I want us to pass the vibe check. Exactly. Just to relax.
So with the train? So about halfway up.
Oh, Colonel. No, I feel you, man. I live right next to Dulles Airport. And every year when they do a military exercise, it's either the Army or the Navy, and I can never tell because I see both Black Hawks, Apaches, but I also see the Marine helicopters, the Sea Stallions. So I think it's a joint effort. My internet always goes haywire for at least like 3 days, and it interrupts streaming on occasion because we literally have helicopters and all the works just flying over our heads. It's cool as hell, though. I love taking pictures of it, but it can be a bit of a pain. So again, we're seeing OFCRA starting to come down. The Blue 4 have been doing a bit of a counterattack on any forces of OFCRA that were staying along the ridge. So I'd be willing to bet these are the guys that were down here. They've actually come on the ridge, and they're now fighting CQC. It's funny, though, watching Gade and one of the team killers get trying to get some kills here. Now open up with that MG3. Finally gets a kill of his own there. That isn't Blue 4. Good for Gaden.
Soy yo.
I love this glitch where they just slide around the ground like that. Now we've got Warkus here trying to fold around. But OFCRA, they're making a desperate push for the AO. Some of the SAS and SBS forces that combined are now trying to move into the AO. We've got about 20 minutes remaining. So either side can still make a play. We got Warkus getting the kill, but then he takes a CQC from Gaden, and he's able to get his first official kill. Other guy will bleed out, and then Gaden will have 2 friendly kills and 2 enemy kills, even out at 0. 20 minutes remaining. There's the official countdown. Oh, my younger brother absolutely loves talking military history, Kindred Dwarves. He knows every plane, every tank, you name it. I feel like him and Digby would get along because they're both really big military buffs for history. All right, so the one OFCRA guy that was breaching, that was Twig. What's Twig's final kill count? He was at 7, which is really, really good for him. I think he got knocked uncon and then fell through the wall, though. So I've actually heard Digby is going to be ground commanding the official SLG Prairie Fire op I'm hosting on Sunday. So he's been asking me for a bunch of information. I've been trying to pass it to him, but that should be interesting. What he doesn't realize is that's going to be probably the most challenging SOG mission I'm going to be making, and the first landing is going to be an absolute shit show. Need some Harriers down here. I feel that, Hog. How you doing? Always a pleasure to have you on. How's your brother? After all, he is the GOAT. There's the double tap on Twig. Monkey gets his first kill. Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
Yo,
Lolo, how you doing, broski? Thanks for the 13-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, my friend. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Got some mortars coming in. I feel like Blue Force, they've folded their forces off from that ridge and they're just holding the objective themselves. 18 minutes remaining on the clock. I really don't see how OPFOR can win this one. They just don't have the manpower to breach the actual AO specifically. Blue 4 are spread out across almost all the buildings in the actual capture zone. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. Plus, they have this massive amount of QRF coming in. Tough call. Yeah, Cardboard, I know who you are. After that whole fiasco a few months ago, but 7. Your final kill count was 7. Cardboard, by the way, is Twig King. Cardboard is just his girlfriend's account, but now it's his. I think. That's the story, right? That's the narrative we're going with. More Overwatch fire. What do I mean by that? Ask him! Or, yeah, no, him.
Smoke it.
Time for a first. Time.
Of course you tuned into that, Duke. Thirsty. Alright, so OPFOR, we see a southern push coming in, but numbers-wise, I think Blue 4 has a slight advantage, but Blue 4 have entrenchments here. And with that number advantage, even though a good chunk of their infantry is outside of the zone, we could always see them fold in. Duke, don't make those jokes. Come on. If I were to ever make a joke like that, Bloodwind would literally castrate me. Righto, Jolly. Pleasure to see you drop by again, broski. Hope everything's well with you on uni. You should, Duke. Goober? Alright, OPFOR starting to breach in. We see OPFOR getting on the base of these buildings here. The breaching, though, is going to be tough, but if Blue 4 isn't watching security, why are we seeing explosive charges getting put down by Blue 4? That should be more of an OPFOR strategy at this point, but alright. Oh, yeah, shut up, what's that? Alright, Pogo down up there. The band is coming around. He's on 3 kills, doing some bandaging. Xander's moving around. Grenades going out. Oddball in this building, trying to throw some more grenades to stop any Blue 4 from coming up. However, there's still 2 floors down. 3 floors down, actually. Staying on the first story of the building. Nasa's dead.
Rzucam granat na dół. Poszedł granat.
Crazy ran all the way down here. Oh, so Blue 4 and OPFOR are right next to each other, but they're both busy just doing maneuvering instead of actually engaging. OPFOR, though, if they got more units in the zone in the next 13 and a half minutes, they could make it. Lemur gets knocked out by Monkey and double tapped. We'll just have to see if Blue 4 can hold the line. Numbers, it's really tough to say. 12 blue 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So it's 12 to 17 at the moment. But on target, you got OPFOR trickling in still. So in that staged out or separation of OPFOR, blue 4 could still defeat OPFOR in detail. And Duke, I feel that. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow. Other times, if you want it to be serious, though, you got to stick to your guns. Just depends on how things going. AT firing in this building. Nice shock weapon use. And they're still holding this position. Really, it makes you think, where are the explosive charges to clear these buildings out? Because I feel like Andrewi is going to go into a low ground, high ground situation and get headshotted. Blue 4 scored the first 2 points in the first zone. OPFOR scored the 3 points in the second zone, but this last zone's worth 5, so whoever has this zone wins. Depso, you can. You just need some explosives. We saw that in the first objective. Everything's destroyable. Here it is. Yep, and there's the headshot. No surprise there, right? So Blue 4 definitely have had a few knockouts, though, and you see them unconscious on various buildings. But in the actual objective, you got 5 Blue 4, 2 OPFOR, but still 11 minutes for OPFOR to turn it around. And then OPFOR seem to also be focusing on the garrisons over here, so that's going to slow them down as well. Spirit gets caught out in the open, taken out by Band, who is now on 5 kills. He runs in. Gets his 6th. Damn. Fine shooting there. He vaults out on that side. Why is Ilbanek named the band? I have no idea. Of course that's Ilbanek, though, memeing around with a name like that. So he was on 6. Twig was on 7. Blue 4 still on 5 in the zone. Oddball on the first story of this building. You got Quebec here trying to administer medical to Halnarias. Probably butchered that name. But yeah, OPFOR just getting stuck on the Overwatch elements over here, but OPFOR having a sizable number chunk. And I guess that's going to be it. Almost shoots Oddball. That was close. And there goes that building. See, we need more of this. That brings the numbers down to 3 in the zone, I believe. With 6 total Blue 4. OPFOR in a good spot, but again, a lot of them playing Overwatch instead. Quebec wakes back up. No one came up to check the wreckage. He doesn't actually look that wounded. As he bandages himself. You can see the legs of one of them. That's cute.
Hold on. I'm gonna shoot them once more. Yeah.
He missed all the 3 of those shots. He might have gotten 1, actually. Hard to say. Q-Boy taking fire from Quebec here. Oh, he's getting tunnel visioned. He's crippled. Bounces the smoke up.
And fuck you.
Gets the knockout and the kill. Oddball, though, finishes him off. 3 remaining in the zone. Q-Boyd coming around with an NLAW. Not spent. No, 7 minutes remaining. Because it's about to be 31. And some double taps on those bodies for good measure. Blue 4 only have 5 infantry remaining, 3 in the zone. Op 4 have the number advantage in the zone. So if Op 4 doesn't push anything, just keep everyone in. Wow. They've got it. Soul Doc, thanks for the 7-month reset, broski. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But I think this is an Op 4 victory. Q-Boyd calling up the dead friendlies here.
Okay, you sure it's the building I'm in? I'm gonna do it. Alright, Demi, I'm gonna shoot out the window. Can you see me? Straight window.
6 me only on 3 sniper kills. Alright. Done.
They just shot a rocket at my building.
And they're alive.
Friendlies? Hey? Friendly?
Hey, we're friendly.
Friendly?
You're Spanish, right?
You're friendly, right? Yeah, we're friendly. Yeah, we're totally friendly. Totally friendly. Another one. Guys, they're totally friendly.
Yes, please come to us. We are friendly.
Totally friendly.
We are friendly. We are definitely not Spaniards. Mandarzyłem się.
So that's now tied the final zone. I don't know what happens if they have 3 and 3. I think it nullifies it, but then Op 4 is still going to win because they have the 3-point objective and Blue 4 has the 2-point objective. We need to see some of the Blue 4 fold in and potentially take out the Op 4 on this rooftop if Blue 4 has any hope, but 5 minutes remaining. We'll just have to wait and see how the final scores get calculated. I don't think they have the ability to hide the bodies, though, Hog. I'm not sure if they have any body bags. Jared, thanks for giving Duke a sub. Hope you'll keep enjoying the ops. And I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. We'll keep playing it cautiously right here. There was a 5th Blue 4 player. He is now dead. Hard to say who got him. He could have also traded with somebody. Yeah, you can't drag them once they're ragdolled, only when they're unconscious. And it's not like SOG Prairie Fire where you get a scroll wheel option to hide body in the campaign. Wiki might find an angle to peek out. Question is, can he get the headshot? On bread. Oh, as I say it. Beautiful one tap on bread. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is! That one, though, got caught in the helmet, though. It's only it knocked him out. Wiki with 2 taps right there. Absolutely based. Bunch of now breaching up. Wiki's going to be able to hear the... It's Wick Torx, but I call him Wiki. He's going to be able to hear his footsteps coming up. He's waiting for him. And he gets that kill. Again, when your head comes up first, they're just going to aim for your head, and if they hit you in the head, that's a 1-tap. You're dead. Which is why when you're going upstairs, you're always at a disadvantage. You always want to throw the grenade up first. As soon as you take fire, immediately fold back. Like, turn around and fold back at that point. Sprint down, because you got to protect that damn head. Command coming in, though, for the clutch. With 2 additional personnel. 2 minutes till that's cashed in. If he comes in with 2 people, that's going to be 6-2. Blue 4's going to have the final zone on a principle. Yes, you do, Duke. Can I caster curse all of Op for you so you don't lose? I'm sorry, Depso. That's not how caster cursing works. Yep, so they're now in the edge of the zone. And they're just going to chill right here. They're taking some marksman fire. But again, Op 4 had just a few guys on Overwatch. Trickled forces in, and Blue 4 was able to practically hold them and keyhole quite a few people. So I think Blue 4 has this. We've got 1.5 minutes remaining. But this is going to slide out to be a Blue 4 victory. Skin of their teeth. Definitely back and forth a few times. But it paid out quite well. All right, tell Op 4 to channel their inner Adriado, right? That'll work. Can Zixme channel his inner Adriado and get 4 sniper kills in a minute? Let's see what happens. Oh, he hit him, and then he got hit. What are you doing? No, 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 put that away. I said sniper rifle. $30 seconds remaining. Shots going on the rooftop from Blue 4 on the side. Zixme suppressed, so he's unable to support. However, we do have some other Op 4 elements trying to engage. Ash shooting from the rooftop. That folds them back in, though. Ten seconds remaining. We're going to have 3 Op 4 in the zone. Blue 4 have 5 in the zone. This is GG. There it is. Blue 4 on 7. Op 4 on 3. A Blue 4 victory. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me today. We'll be back maybe in like 7 hours for some mission dev. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.